Well, this year's Boston Marathon marks sort of a changing of the guard for one of the race's most beloved families.
After 32 Boston Marathons, Rick Hoyt is going to have a new partner powering his wheelchair from Hopkinton to Boston, and his dad, Dick, is going to be the race's Grand Marshal. Steve Burton caught up with the new Team Hoyt.
He knew the day was coming. Dick Hoyt knew that at 74 years old, he'd eventually step aside and let somebody else run Boston with his famous son, Rick. 32 Boston Marathons together, it was time.
A year ago, this past January, I couldn't even pick up a cup in my right hand. That's how severe the pain was in my back. But I'm getting stronger now, and I'm feeling really good.
Now that somebody else is, 44-year-old Bryan Lyons, a dentist in Billerica.
I'm not replacing Dick. No one can do that. I'm merely a fresher set of legs. The heart and inspiration are right here.
Why Bryan?
Brian's just an awesome guy, you know, and he's been good friends with the family. He's not going to run a 2:05, but he's going to have a good run, and they're going to have a lot of fun, and they're going to really inspire a lot of people.
Lyons joined Team Hoyt in 2009 and hasn't looked back, except for one day 8 years ago when tragedy struck.
It was February 6, 2001. I was driving home, and I was struck by a drunk driver. While my injuries were not life-threatening,
Lyons realized he had to get back, and running with Rick does exactly that. Although practice isn't always easy. When Rick is not around, he trains with sandbags.
I had a woman run alongside me, and she said, "Are those sandbags?" And I said, "Yes, they are." And she said, "Seems kind of silly to run around with sandbags in a stroller."
And what'd you say?
I tried to explain.
When Dick first started running, it was Rick that inspired him. In fact, Rick had a quote that Dick will never forget.
Rick said, "Dad, when I'm running, it feels like my disability disappears."
What kind of time do you plan on running?
I'm not really concerned with our time. As long as he's smiling when we cross the finish, then nothing else matters.
When you see Rick and Bryan cross that finish line, what's that feeling going to be like for you?
It's going to be awesome to see that Rick can continue doing it, and I'm not able to do it.
It's emotional, isn't it? God bless you. God bless you, man. What a strong man you are.
Thank you.
I love you. Absolutely love you.
Looking forward to seeing Monday morning at 8 o'clock, the day of the marathon.
We will be covering their run. We will be covering Dick as the Grand Marshal. Rick and Bryan, we wish you the best. We are 10 days to the Boston Marathon now. We hope you'll join us Monday, April 20th for exciting competition and some very inspiring stories. Our coverage starts at 7 o'clock in the morning. And yes, we'll be cheering for two members of our team. David and Eric Fisher are running. And if you're running, we want to hear your stories. You can share them on Twitter using the hashtag #TeamRun.